Everyone knows that there are two frequencies, two vibrations that register as one. There are two poles to the one, and that is love and fear. If you are operating in fear, then you are operating through a wavelength that will get you to a false reality. But if you are operating in love, then you are on a wavelength that will lead you to yourself, to your soul, because soul is source. If you operate through the love vibe, you will eventually be led to source, to God, to the divine in you, in self. There was a study that showed authenticity was a higher resonance, a higher vibration than love. This is because the pathway to truth is through the gates, through the planes, through the vibrations, through the wavelengths, through the poles. The pathway is love or fear. You can harmonize through love, or you can flow in the fear frequency. So when you are flowing through love, it resonates as a high frequency that's higher than fear, that connects through the circuitry of divine stellar radiance. When you are connected to the divine through your high vibratory frequency of love, then you will be led directly to source, to truth, to authenticity, to your true self. But if you are led through fear, through anything that is a byproduct of fear, such as greed, lust, control, power, jealousy, chaos, illusion, abandonment, vengeance, if you're rolling through those force fields, that is in the category of fear, which means you don't have compassion, you don't have love, you're missing the light, and you're not going to get to your authenticity, but you're going to arrive at the path of illusion and the path of the unreal, because you are going through the wrong path of fear, which is a negating force. Fear is supposed to drive one into love. If your fear does not transmute to love, then you will be led to the inauthentic self, which resonates a lower frequency than the high frequency of love. It is not that there is a higher frequency than love, but love and fear are the gates, are the passageways to get you to either truth or illusion. And when you are vibrating in love, you lead to authenticity, which resonates at higher frequency, because love got you to the truth of who you are, and it's no longer about emotions or connections to anything. It's just being. Authenticity is being in truth, and truth is love and light. What does it mean to be led by source? When we hear the term led by source, we are not only being led in specific areas of life, or in how we're going to present ourselves to the people, or what we're going to offer the people, but being led by source is fundamentally rooted in how you choose to appear and be in your everyday life, behind closed doors, as well as when you present yourself to the public. You are led by source. When you are in your private time with yourself, you are led by source. When you are doing your routines and habits, when you're performing your daily duties at work, when you're being a parent, when you are interacting with your neighbors, you are led by source. So never should there be a time where you should be led by anything lower than source. Because source is what connects you to your authenticity, what connects you to yourself. Now, many of us can experience the highest vibration, what we call the highest vibration of love and truth and harmony, and feel good and feel ecstatic, but still not reach those higher levels of consciousness, of which why we are here on the planet, to ascend and evolve consciously, to induce ourselves into a Christ higher cosmic consciousness. Now, when we are operating as the source guided self, we are protected and divinely directed, because each being must possess some type of force field that they are governed by. And if you're not governed by the highest force field, then you have a problem. So when you are experiencing the vibration of love, you can feel this, and it's very powerful. It can overcome all vibrations, and it can heal, like the Bible says, a multitude of sin. Love can heal a multitude of sin. However, authenticity resonates higher than love, because authenticity includes love. Authenticity is the source connection. Authenticity is the source as self, or the soul as source. When you are your authentic self, you're activated in the crown, the third eye, your throat, your heart, your solar plexus, your sacral, and your root. Your entirety is open and activated and vibrating freely, fluently, divinely. Fast vibrations, raised up, increased, spinning with the cycles and the patterns of the earth. So led by source is not just your doing, but led by source is your being. You must be led by source by being led by source in your everyday walk. Study shows that authenticity resonates a higher field of vibration than love. Authenticity is a higher wavelength than love, which means that authenticity is the vibration of truth, and love is the pathway to truth. But in order to get to the truth, you must seek the light. In order to get to the truth, you must seek the light. One must have all three: truth, love, and light. You cannot have love without light, because that would be blind submission. You cannot have light without love, because that would be ignorance. You cannot have truth without love and light, for that would be the blind knowledge. One must have all three in order to reach the source.